What's up, gamers? I'm Raging.
And I'm Icy. Welcome back to the podcast. Yeah, I know we missed last week. We had some extenuating circumstances that came up, but we're back, and we're gonna hop in. We got quite a few topics to hit this week because we missed a week last week. So first things first, we said we were gonna talk about the Arc Raider Server Slam. So that's where we're gonna start at. I'll let Raging take off with his thoughts on it, and then I'll give mine towards the end.
So Arc Raiders was done beautifully, amazing, fantastic. Could not have gone any better. Server Slam didn't really have a lot of server issues. Had some matchmaking issues, but it's a Server Slam. The whole purpose of them throwing that out there. The gameplay was fantastic. It is very optimized. I am in love with it, and I will be playing it. So.
All right. Well, I guess now it's my turn. The
Go
guy that
ahead,
was
knock it down.
not the guy that was not hyped for this game whatsoever. I did not understand it. And I'm going to be honest, I still don't understand what the hype is. I played a few games, and it feels like another extraction shooter, but it's in third person. They all feel the same. It is optimized, I will say that. The only issues that I had when we were playing, really, other than just like I don't care for extraction shooters, is there were a couple times where we would try to launch into the match, and it would like cancel, and we'd have to relaunch. But that's like very very minor issues because the game ran great. It did. It looked good. Just not my type of game, man. Like I'm not an extraction shooter guy, so I will not be playing it. But that is because it is of the genre that it is. Uh,
You're not playing it yet. Give it some time.
yeah, I may play it eventually, but off launch, I'm not buying it. I'm not
I mean,
playing it, even if it was. I don't know if it's bought or free, but either way, I'm not playing it on. I
I
am.
mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. You ready for this one?
What?
I'm not gonna be playing Arc Raiders off launch either.
Oh, really? Oh, you're gonna stick to Final Fantasy, aren't you?
I've turned into a Final Fantasy XIV nerd.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
I
We'll talk. We'll talk.
everybody, the
We'll
group.
talk about that. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. We'll talk about that though. Kind of want to do something a little different this week because we kind of just cover topics and stuff. We don't really talk about new games that we're excited for, like later on down the road. Haven't really been like they've been announced. You got some trailers out, but they haven't given us a date yet for some of them. And I kind of want to go through what games are you looking forward to in the next couple years that have been announced, but they've not put a date out for
Like new games,
new
or are we
games.
talking
New games.
DLC? Okay, new
New
games.
games. Just strictly new games. No DLCs.
I mean, Arc Raiders for sure. It's on my list.
Yeah.
Um, Another one I can't wait for release. Not even to play it. I want to see the drama spark again when Black Ops 7 releases on November 14th. That one, that's just me filling my drama side
Yeah.
because I already know that's going to be a battle again. The hush has quieted down now that Battlefield's out, but as soon as Black Ops comes out, it's
Yeah.
just they're going to just run into each other and turn into a bunch.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Um, Otherwise, I mean, this is going to sound crazy. The only other one I'm looking forward to, and I need to get a new VR, but Deadpool VR is coming.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but I also do not have
Yes.
room in my house for a VR. So I will not be doing that either until I get a bigger
Yeah,
house.
yeah, it's I want to get it. It looks amazing. I love Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool is awesome. It's a fact.
Um
If you
and
don't
I mean
like
other
Deadpool, it's a you problem.
Yeah, I mean otherwise, we've got the Tarkov full release. I will probably be partaking into the pain and
I'm
misery that is Tarkov.
I'm not rebuying that game on Steam, brother. If you can't transfer over what you've already bought, I'm gonna stay on Battle State.
I mean, Battlefield is going to get played as well, but I don't know, it's one of those games that we all have sit here. and listened to them saying it's getting released next year, 6 years ago,
It's been every year
and
since
it's
then.
finally happening.
Yeah. I'm surprised that it's
So
going to Steam though. I'm surprised they're not staying on their own launcher.
Steam says, "Hey, here's money. Let me sell your game."
Yeah, I think it's that and probably visibility for the game. It's not it's going to open the game up to a more casual audience. Kind of like
Yeah.
the Arena Infinite, those guys. Um okay, so my games I didn't go into like super close release games. I went into more like we don't have a date yet for these games, but number 1 is Jurassic Park Survival. It is a survival game, it's a single player survival game set on Isla Nublar right after the events of '93, the first Jurassic Park movie. There was a doctor that was left on the island, and you play as that doctor trying to escape. Looks amazing. I am curious. It's what I've always wanted for a Jurassic Park game, but we keep getting these let's build our own park games that are boring and monotonous and not fun. So we're finally getting something of value, I feel like, to the franchise in a video game that makes me want to play it. So I'm looking forward to that. And then another obvious answer is Fable. Not got a date for that yet either, but I am interested in Fable. I love RPGs. So
Is there another Fable? I didn't hear about
there
that one.
is. There is a new Fable being worked on. We don't have a date for it.
Oh, it's being worked on.
Yeah, there's not. They've got some trailers and stuff out for it, but we don't have a date yet. Same thing with Jurassic Park Survival. We don't have a date for it either. We've got a few trailers, some screenshots of the game, things like that. And then another one that I found earlier was Road to Vostok. It's another solo player survival game. It's kind of like it looks very reminiscent of Escape from Tarkov to me. The way you build your guns, you can make your own hideout, quote unquote hideout like Tarkov. But it's like you got full customization. It's like Valheim, but realistic in Tarkov.
And
So
it's single player, isn't it?
single player, yes. So I'm I'm assuming that that means everything. Like you gotta eat, drink water. Like I'm don't know all that information, but that's solo player survive, single player survival. That's what that means to me. So I'm interested in those three though. That's kind of where I'm at with games that are coming out. Other than that, I'm not interested in anything else. To be honest, I'm not even interested in GTA 6. I think Grand Theft Auto is just like one of those games that if you didn't play it when you were growing up, you don't care about it now, unless you're like RP, deep in RP.
Yeah, well,
But
I don't know. I'm like, I don't care, but then I see videos about it, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always been a cool what's the word I'm looking for here? Concept. It's always been a cool concept, but it just in theory, whenever I actually play the games, I get so bored so fast. Um, but yeah, I think that's my list for games I'm looking forward to. So
But it
let's move
doesn't
into
matter
yeah. Go ahead.
because all of these games that I'm looking forward to, I'm not going to play.
Why is that?
Good old Final Fantasy XIV. That's why.
Yeah,
I have dove back in. I started a new character, and it has absorbed my life. I Well, looking at Steam right here, it says in 2 weeks I've put in 80 hours. So
I believe
full time
that.
job here.
I believe that you've put in that many hours into the game
Full
because you
time job
play it
here,
all
man.
the time. You play it all the time. To which
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I also hopped into Final Fantasy XIV online again. Made a new character as well because I didn't like the character that I made the first time, and I couldn't log back into that account because it was a free version. So once the free trial's over, you can't get back into that account apparently. So that sucks. But
there's probably some way to get into it. It's
yeah,
just
it was
the worst part.
more work than I wanted to deal with.
Yeah, the worst part of Final Fantasy is all the admin stuff. Once you get past it and you get into the game, life is easy.
Yeah. I have some like dislikes with it, but it's dislikes that I have with MMOs in general. It's a very the genre is very cookie cutter and very the same for almost every game that's in the genre. You start out with your leveling, and it's important. You can say that it's not, but I'm talking about like beginning of the game, going through the story, and leveling up. It's all relatively the same. Like they might structure the quest just a little bit different here and there, but overall, it is hey, go talk to this person. Okay, now that you talk to this person, go talk to this person on the other side of the map. Hey, go kill like 5 of these things over here, and then go back to that person that's all the way on the other side of the map. If not in a completely different area that you gotta use like the in-game currency like gold or gil if you're playing Final Fantasy to fast travel over to them so you don't have to walk all that way because you don't have a mount till you're level 20. These are like all like relatively the same argument that I make about every MMO that I play. Like I get tired of fetch quests. They're annoying, they're tedious, and they're boring. All of them. And Destiny 2 has this problem sometimes for me too with the quests, the way they structure quests, because I feel like it's very much the same thing of run talk to this person, and that's the next 4 steps that you got is running talking to different people around the area. I don't. It's not just in just MMOs. There's a lot of games that do that, and I don't like it because that's not. It's not fun. Just put it in a cutscene and let us move on.
Yeah, well, they've got to make getting to end game challenging.
I I get
But
it.
the end game is where all the meats and potatoes are.
Yeah.
And I mean, even then, there's still a lot of content to be absorbed. But hey, I did find out you can pay to skip.
I'm not paying to skip. I had to pay to buy the game, and then pay for a subscription after buying the game. It's something. Oh man, that's another. That's a whole different can of issues. That's a whole different can of worms that I have with MMOs, the subscription based model. Like if I'm paying a subscription, I shouldn't have to buy the base game either. But that's an issue that I have with them, with all MMOs too. Well,
See,
all
but a
the ones that
game
have a
like
subscription service, like Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy XIV Online, World of Warcraft. Those games, I would play those games more if I didn't have to pay for a subscription to play those games.
so you mean to tell me if Destiny was like we're going paid subscription, you would not play it
Uh,
anymore? Oh, gotcha.
I think you're. I don't know. I don't know if Destiny's in the state it's in right now. I'm not paying it.
Was that
If
I
it
know
was,
only I bring
if
it
it
up
was,
because
if it was, like Forsaken Time, Shadowkeep, even back into Destiny 1 with Taken King, Rides of Iron, I'd probably paid it because the game was fun then. Game's not in a great state right now because of how many issues it has. So at this point right now, I wouldn't pay for it.
yeah, well, I only bring it up because I know it was topic of discussion earlier this year. They talked
Yeah,
about it. It never
yeah,
went anywhere, but they at least they said that it was a thought.
yeah, yeah. But I that those are just some issues that I have with MMOs. Not really Final Fantasy. The game looks great. It runs great. The character, like the classes and everything that I've played is fun and good. It's just the questing and leveling is tedious and boring. At least in the first DLC, I've not made it out of the first like base game story, so I've not made it out of that yet. So maybe after that, it kind of picks up and gets a little bit better. But where I'm at right now, base game, I would if this game had just came out, I probably would put the game down and not pick it back up. But knowing
Mm,
that there's a lot of extra stuff that comes after that that I don't have, that I can't get to until I get past that stuff, makes me keep playing right now.
A+ stamp.
Yeah.
That's what I give it.
Yeah. You love it. You love
Hell
it,
yeah, I
and
do.
that's totally okay. You know, it's your. I'm
Hey,
not gonna knock somebody for liking a game. Like if you like a game,
hey,
play
and
that game.
that's why this is perfect, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
cover all
yeah.
game genres.
And speaking of all game genres, let's talk about Battlefield 6's battle royale, REDSEC. Yeah, I know you haven't played it yet, unless you played it earlier today and didn't tell me.
No, not yet. I've been watching people. I
It,
watch
it did.
Crafty
It's
play
fun.
all day.
It is fun, and it's one of the best like off launch battle royales that's ever came out. Like they don't have to do a whole lot to make it run better, other than like there's some like glitchy parts of the map that just like you'll be walking in a building and you'll fall to the bottom floor. It's like
Hmm.
2-story building, and it's a building that's on fire, so it's like the game is registering that it's been broken when it's not broken. So there's like some little glitch things with that, but that's again that's like a Battlefield thing. Whenever the building's broken, it's just like you can't stand there, and it's like the game half registers that it's there and half doesn't. So it's like you walk to a specific spot in the building, and you'll just go right down to the bottom floor, like going through quicksand. You kind of sink through the floor, and then you're walking on the bottom floor, like how'd I get here? I
Yeah,
did
I
that like
love watching
4 or 5
the
times earlier
Destructibles.
yesterday. Oh, dude, the airstrikes. Good luck hiding in buildings, brother. I got killed out of a building. Nobody even knew I was there. They just shot an airstrike at a building and it killed me and Lisa when we played yesterday. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. How did they know we were there? We weren't even doing anything, just going through our loot.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many videos that people post and that just you're getting a tank's running it up to you and you're in a building. You just use a sledgehammer, break out the back wall, and
Yep.
take out,
Mm-hmm.
or throw some C4 and blow the backside of a building out to get out to get away.
Yep.
You're not trapped in a corner. There's always a way out.
Yep. Yep. I do like that, and it does add fun. I don't. I like the helicopters being in the game because you can't shoot out of them, other than like if you're a gunner. But I don't know how I feel about tanks. I don't know how I feel about the tank being on the map. You know, like that's where I'm like I feel like you kind of went a little like I understand that it's Battlefield and there's tanks, there's everything. But I don't know how I feel about tanks. Like they could have I think they could have got away with like the little SUV that they got with the machine gun on the back. They could have got away with just having that, not having the tank. But did get killed by the tank one time yesterday.
Say, oh, I can see. I haven't played it, so this is just me speaking from my knowledge of Battlefield. The tanks are deadly,
Oh yeah,
but
it's
they
deadly.
are very easy to not destroy, but to counter.
Yeah, if you know a
They
tank's
don't move
coming,
fast.
if you know a
Yeah.
tank's coming, you can definitely do something about it. Um, it's whenever you're like running from another team that's got an airstrike on your building, and you're leaving the building, and then you're going underneath a bridge, and here comes the tank around the corner that you didn't know was there, and you just die. That's
Well,
where it's. Just
if you can't hear a tank around the corner,
well,
we've
let's
got
just
bigger issues.
so if you remember PUBG with all the bombs going off in the red circle, that's what it
Yeah.
sounds like whenever an airstrike's going off and you're leaving it. It's you can't hear anything over it. So I'm just gonna clarify that you can't hear anything over the airstrike. So if a tank, even if a tank's moving towards you, you're not gonna hear the tracks, especially if they're not
Makes sense.
shooting till they get around the corner and see you. To which they were not. But I think it's great. I think that it's gonna steal a lot of Call of Duty Warzone's player base because I think it's more fun than Warzone's ever been. But I just I don't like Warzone. I'll be honest. Like Warzone was fun when it first came out, but it's by far not my favorite battle royale that's ever came out. But let's segue into let's have a little fun on the podcast. Let's have a little fun on the podcast today. Um, what's your favorite And your least favorite battle royales that's ever came out.
Most favorite right now, I would say I have a two-way tie,
Mm-hmm.
and there are two that they're technically battle royales,
Okay.
but they're not your standard battle royales. Darwin Experience, that was fun,
Okay.
and Supervive, which is more of a top-down like League style.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
It's a lot of fun.
I've never heard of it. I'll have to look into it.
It's yeah, it's a hero-based
Mm-hmm.
top-down battle royale.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty fun.
I'll look into it.
But Darwin was fun. I like the interactions that you got with Twitch and everything like that.
Yeah.
No, even if you died or if you were a viewer, you still got to interact with the game. The gameplay was fun. You poke people with sticks and you shoot arrows and fight to be the last one alive. So it was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. What's your least favorite?
My least favorite is gonna have to be Warzone.
Warzone. Yeah.
Not just Warzone as a whole. I I lost my fill for Warzone about a year ago whenever that heavy cheating stuff started going on, or
Yeah.
a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
and that killed battle royales in general for me.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. All right. So my favorite battle royales, I also have a two-way tie, but they're very well known. Both of them. Well, one of them for sure. It's Fortnite. Love Fortnite. Still love Fortnite. I can still play Fortnite to this day. Builds, no builds, doesn't matter. I can play both. Um, and Blackout, the original Call of Duty Battle Royale. Those are my two favorites. And then if I'm putting something like right at the edge of it, like almost there, um, if I had gotten into PUBG earlier, PUBG would definitely be a favorite. But we got into PUBG way late when everybody was already good at the game, and it's like impossible to get good at the game now because of that reason. You just get killed so fast. But my least favorite battle royales that I've ever played. One of them is also another well known, and it is one of yours that is your least favorite. It's Warzone. I can't stand Warzone. I don't like. I've never liked the loadout system that they have. Like you go and buy your loadout anytime you want. I don't like. I don't like the way the maps have been used. I don't like Rebirth. I don't like anything about Warzone. What anything Warzone has to offer. It has become. They want it to be Fortnite so bad, but it just falls short in every single way. And I don't like. I don't like skins. I don't like stuff like that. Like super colorful skins. Anyways, you see these people that are running around in Santa Claus outfits and stuff in Warzone. It's stupid. I'm like, brother, like that's not tactical at all. But Fortnite it kind of works because of.
You mean you don't want Peter Griffin and Beavis and Butthead to come and shoot you with an AR-15 in a realistic gun combat?
No, I don't. I don't. The only reason that I feel like that stuff works in Fortnite is because it's super colorful and it's already like over the top with the way the characters are designed, anyways. And that's why
Yeah, I mean the
that
world.
works. That's why that works. But it just doesn't work in Warzone or like anything that's like trying to be more realistic. You imagine seeing Peter Griffin running in PUBG would never happen. Would never happen because it doesn't fit the game. It's gonna put you at a disadvantage because people can see you from so far away. I also feel like that's the same. You could say make that same argument for Fortnite because of the how big some of the skins are getting, especially like Baymax and stuff like that. Those skins are like way too big. But again, it kind of fits the world because Fortnite's a cartoon. You can kind of get away with that kind of stuff and because of the colors and everything. Um, but my other least favorite battle royale I've ever played is Rules of Survival. It was a mobile battle royale that they ported to PC.
For that.
Yeah, I played it a lot, but it was because I was just bored of Fortnite at that point in time, and I had some buddies that streamed it, so I played it with them while I streamed. But that game was infested with cheaters. It was bad.
Yeah, it was a mobile port. Of course it
Yeah,
was.
it was infested with cheaters. Like, it's not even, not even fun. But yeah, I think that's where, yeah, I don't like mobile ports for the most part on any kind of, like, you port a game over from mobile to PC. Like, most of the time, it's not great. There's a lot of, like, you can tell the glitchiness because it was supposed to be on a phone compared to PC. Um, I think the only two exceptions for me right now would be Destiny Rising, but I haven't played that in like a month and a half. I haven't touched I have not touched Destiny Rising in like a month and a half. So I would say that's probably the only one that I kind of like can overlook because I just love Destiny. And then the other one is Game of Thrones King's Road. That's another one it feels more PC than it does mobile because it was built for PC being in mind, so it made it. But those are the only two. Other than that, I'm not really interested in a mobile port of a game over to PC. But yeah, we'll move on from the mobile port to PC stuff because that could be a whole nother topic for later that I feel like could be talked about. But I think the only thing left I wanted to talk about was Amazon Games stopping content drops for New World. How does that make you feel? You really don't care,
I
do you?
mean, no, not really. New World wasn't really a game for me. I enjoyed it. I got to sit here and enjoy adult beverages and cut down trees for 8 hours straight and just
Yep.
let my mind go blank and just. But the gameplay itself, the combat was fun. It was fun. In game sucks. I don't like guild based games.
Yeah.
It's
I
unless you're the
agree.
best of the best on the server. All it takes is one streamer to come in and ruin the entire thing. So
I do. I agree. I don't like guild based games either. Like it's I understand why they do it. It's to make people play together and to make people want to push. I also feel like New World kind of suffered in my opinion because it was like the story content was pretty good in it. Honestly, like the story was actually pretty decent. But once you hit in game, it was do these same like what was it like 4 dungeons and like cut down trees for 8 hours every day, or turn on PvP and play PvP because the game was made to make you PvP all day every day. That's why the game was built.
yeah. Same way with Thrones and Liberty. Fantastic game. The PvE was fun. In game, if you didn't PvP, you didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, I just don't like that. I don't like being pigeonholed to like, oh, you only do this because there's no other way to do. You know, it's just not. But with the all the layoffs that Amazon has done here over the last couple of weeks, um, I heard that there's a possibility that New World gets shut down altogether. Like, not only did they stop making content for it, but if you look on Indeed, the listing for the business, like the company that created New World, like the business doesn't even exist on Indeed anymore. It's like they shut down the entire sector and kind of gave the game to somebody else to just manage until it dies. Which, to be honest, they just released a new DLC for the game, and apparently it rejuvenated and made the game feel like it was a completely different game. I don't know how true that is because I haven't touched New World in how long's that game been out? Like 6 years? Been
Yeah,
out for a long
not.
time. I hadn't touched it since then.
I washed my hands with that a long time ago.
Yeah, same. Like whenever everybody else quit playing it, and I got tired of cutting down trees all day, I moved on. But I think for me, that's and I don't feel like it's gonna be that big of a hit. because it only had just like a couple thousand people playing it a day, anyways. On PC, I don't know about console or anything like that, but PC, it had a couple thousand people playing it a day until this DLC released and it jumped up to like 30K. But that's even then, like that's not success to start with, like off of a DLC launch. 30,000 people playing instead of 3,000. Yeah, 10 times the player base, but 10 times bad is still bad.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to talk about that I didn't already
So
bring up?
so I found one thing
Yeah.
on Gamer Rant.
Okay.
I was looking at this article earlier, and we were talking about Tarkov earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly, according to Game Rant, is that they have confirmed for Tarkov that that a console port of the game is under consideration. So if you've played Tarkov, you know how many buttons that game has, how many combinations of buttons to do different things
uh,
that game has. How are they going to port? I mean, it would have to be mouse and keyboard only game. There's no way.
I mean, they could do. This is gonna get super like technical, but they could do where it's like you hold the right bumper and then you do all these buttons, and you hold the left bumper and then you can do all these buttons, and you hold the left trigger or you can
Yeah,
hold diagonal on this way, and then they could do that stuff. It's a lot of button clicks and a lot of like frustration to deal with, but they could do that. It's not out of the question. I mean, MMOs do that. Like you hold a different
yeah,
button for
but
each one, and you click a different.
the difference is an MMO usually you can get out of a place.
And then
Tarkov, if you hesitate for a half of a second, you're dead,
oh,
whether
I
by
can tell
player or
you,
scav.
I can tell you that that game would have to be toned down difficulty wise significantly for console. There's not there's gonna be people that are good enough on console that it wouldn't need to be toned down, but the vast majority of console players would not survive in that game because of the amount of, like you said, button clicks, because there's so many different things that you got to do, combination of buttons to do certain things. Um, but it's gonna be the top 1% of gamers on console are gonna be good at that game on, and it's gonna take them time. It's not like they're gonna pick it up and be good instantly. It's gonna take them months. I don't understand. I don't know how that's
So
gonna work either.
I got one for you right here. Just imagine this. You get a successful raid, you get a PMC kill, you go back and you need to unload into your stash, but you're using a controller.
Yeah, good luck.
Have fun.
Drag and drop, brother.
I'm gonna go run a scav run real quick. Let me know when you're done.
There better be a move all button, like all the. Dude, that's gonna take so long. It takes a while on mouse and keyboard, and I have my sensitivity turned up in my menu because of that reason, where I can just drag and throw, and then I adjust everything later, which later never comes usually. My stash was always a mess in that game. But yeah, I don't
But
understand. I don't understand. I don't know how it's gonna work. But I mean, if they can make it work, good on them. But I, there better not be crossplay. Let me just say it. There better not be crossplay. They better be console
at least
players
a way to
with
turn it off and
console
on.
players, PC players with PC players. They do not need to cross, because if you cross, oh man, console players got a rough day coming, especially with all the
Oh,
cheaters that Tarkov has. Good luck.
yeah, I'd like to see what happens with that.
Yeah. They
Hey,
don't
but the
have.
PVE though, the PVE's I think still gonna be nice. So
Okay, so now to your point, that would be a fun way to play with your console buddies, is only playing PVE side.
because it's still a challenge. Don't get
It
me wrong.
is. It is still a
it sucks.
challenge. It's hard. It's not easy, and that would be a fun challenge. Like it would be fun to run with your console buddies, but that would be the only way I could see crossplay working. If you get into PvP with crossplay, like it's just not going to be fair for a console player.
Yeah.
Because PC, how long have PC players had this game? 6 years, and most of them have been
Oh, God,
playing
even
that.
longer than that.
And most of them been playing since the beginning, so they're like sweats. But I mean, since it's moving to Steam, maybe there'll be an influx of new players that are not very good at the game,
What I'm
and
hoping for.
that will that'll help alleviate some of that. But as it sits, if it's the same player base that's on PC right now and it's crossplay, console players don't have a chance. They'll play the game just a couple times, get tired of dying instantly when they spawn in, and just quit playing. If it's crossplay, in my opinion.
I mean, either way, they make their dollar from selling the game. So.
Yep. Yeah, that they do. They definitely do. But I think that's going to cover everything for this week.
Yeah, it sounds like a wrap up to me. Hey, just make sure everybody feel free if you got some game recommendations or comments. Make sure you let us know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think we are going to call this.
Yes, sir. I think so. But I'm Icy.
And I'm Raging. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.